Well, I've been logging back in a little different spot than it was yesterday. I was down at the bottom of the ravine, and today I went up on top of the ravine. I blazed the trail, and this I can get a pretty good shot out, and I'm on high ground. So I've got this oak, which is for building, and that's about 25 feet long. And I probably got, I think I can get about 10 of them out of here, just out of this little, kind of a peninsula that juts out. So I've got several of them. I only actually live like 100 yards from here. I can kind of see my place through the trees there, which is kind of dense. But I haven't been back here. I've never cut wood back here. I haven't even been back here for a long time. So I was a little surprised at what I was finding. But I got a popple that's a good 30 feet long. I don't know if it show up on camera. I'm going to pull out one piece and then I'll cut it into 3 pieces and saw it up from there. There's another one right next to it that I was tempted to take, but it looks really dead, though it is green up on top. But I saw in the side there's a hole about this big that it looks like something's been going in and out of. I think that might be where the bats come from, because every evening, just when it's getting dark, I've got a bunch of bats that are in the yard, circling around eating bugs. And I don't want to disturb them. And like I say, I don't think there'd be any good firewood in that. I'm pretty sure I couldn't get lumber out of it. So I'll just leave that stand until it goes down of its own accord. But like I said, there's some other oaks I want to take out. In fact, there's one right here, a nice building one. But I think I got to drop that down into the ravine and pull it up that way. Same with, get back here further. There's a bunch of popple. I think I can swing the camera around and you can see them. It's kind of funny though, like I say, I actually haven't been back here for a long time. But way back there, if these leaves weren't in the way, there's a few popple that I could take. But those I will have to take from the ravine side. Like building logs, I was saying, this one right here, that's a good building log. It's kind of funny, these oaks, if they're sheltered, they grow really straight and tall. Well, there's another one back there that looks like a good building log too. So, I'll pick around in here. Kind of nice to get some of these big ones out of here, because there's a lot of little ones. Well, I like to swing around this way. A lot of little ones starting to grow, but they can't. They just run out of light and then they die. So any of these oaks I can use, I'll take out of here. But I can get plenty of firewood. And then on the other side, there's another ravine. Just back over there. There's a bunch of wood in there too. So I got a lot of cutting to do in here. Keep me busy for a while. But kind of handy in that it's close to home. But the trees are so thick in here, that's why I'll drop some of these down toward the ravine, where at least it isn't likely that they're going to get snagged in another tree. Because up in this ground up here, you got to be really careful where you drop them, where they'll hook in another oak, and these oaks are so branched out up on top, trying to get light because they can't get light from down below, that it's very easy to snag a tree in, and it won't fall, and then you got to start pulling, which I had to do with this one. But if I drop toward that gully, then I got to pull them out of that gully, but as long as the ground is dry, I can get them out of there. Which is a jungle back in here, but there's a lot of little trees that would like to grow, and they just can't. There's no light back here. But like I say, those popples, I guess you probably can't see them on the camera, but I'll take it off the tripod. You can see that lighter color back there, straight back between all them oaks. Well, I can't get them from up here. I have to follow them toward the stream and then pull them out from down below here, you know, on the bottom of the gully. She takes a little scheming, but a lot of good wood back here. Well, too much wood back here. You know, like a lot of these, you know, like here's little oaks that just died out. You know, they'll be good firewood, but they don't get enough light, these big ones. But it's funny, these big ones, like the one I got my gear under here, now if they're out in the open, because like this covers a big area in here, this one tree, when they're out in the open like that, they'll really spread out. But you don't get much, you know, for building, I can't really make use of that. You could get like 10 feet of that trunk you could use for boards, but I'll leave that one there. But there you can kind of see I got a daylight out there. It goes right out to my hayfield, so I can pull these out of here. Get them out where I can get at them. But like here's a little elm that's dying. Just out of being an elm and not getting enough light. A lot of popples over on that side of the gully. But some of them are healthy and I'll leave them go. But then my stream is down there, and that stream, you know, runs almost a quarter mile. And there is all these little gullies along it, you know, feeding into it, and they're just full of trees. Well, this is that one that I suspect. Yeah, I see way up there, there's a really large size hole. Oh yeah, she's stoned. There ain't a branch that's got a leaf on her. But I can almost bet there's no good wood in that. Well, I don't know. I sure wish I knew where them bats lived. And next to it, that big tree is a basswood. But I think that one looks healthy. I'll leave that alone. But any of them that are damaged, I'm going to pull out of there because I need some basswood. But like say this big oak here, you know, there you could get 10-foot boards out of it. But you get all kinds of branches. You get a lot of firewood out of them, but not a lot of lumber. Well, this is that poplar. This is good solid wood too, so I'll get good boards out of this. Got a little bowl right about here. I'll cut it there and cut it over here so I can get 3 10-foot lengths, so I can get some good boards out of that. But I see a few other logs suitable for building back here. But like I say, then get on the other side here, and there's a whole nother gully. And a high ground on the opposite side of that. And I see one that looks like a building log there. But there again, you can see this is one big oak that just spread out hugely. That one over there, same way. But that one is got hit by lightning or something. It's badly damaged. So I might actually take that one down completely. In fact, that's one part of that is where my shaving horse, the oak parts came from that, because one whole half of the tree had fallen down. But I'm actually, where I'm building is right across this gully, where you can see some light back in there. So it's kind of nice, I don't have to go far. But I actually should bring some surveyor tape along. Oh, there's a couple of good popples back there too. Now when I get further down the stream, then I start getting into more ash and basswood. But on this high ground, she's all oak. And even down there, up on the banks, it's oak. But a lot of wood. But there's this stream, and then you can see that clear spot back there. My shooting range is over there, and then behind the shooting range is the other stream where I've been logging on many times. But this one I've always left alone. Perhaps too long. Dogs hear me talking. Well, I'm going to get this log out of here, but I'm going to leave my gear here, because what the hell, you know, like I say, I'm only 100 yards from home. There ain't nobody coming down here. Like I say, I haven't even been down here for a long time.